Hello everybody and welcome to World of Warcraft Classic. Robert Rambles here and we are on the Warlock today. We're at Ironband's Excavation, so we've been charged to hunt down Magmar Fellhue and find out why the shipments have stopped from the mine, and well, here we are and we're about to find out what's going on here. Jern wants to know what the slowdown is, huh? Ironband is putting together his latest progress report with details, but I can tell you this. It's the Trogs.
See you soon.
Gathering idols. Recently, just before the Trogs surfaced within the site, we had uncovered a large number of strange carved idols, but we didn't have the chance to study them, for soon after their discovery, the Trogs chased us away from the ruins. And those idols have a strange effect on the Trogs. It makes them go berserk. Bring me 8 idols. I want to study them, and I want them out of Trog hands. You can find the idols on the Trogs infesting the site.
Be good.
So, go fight some Trogs, take these idols that are driving them insane. Why it would have a different effect on dwarves, I'm not sure. Excavation progress report. I need a progress report sent to Thelsamar, a progress report and a restatement of my request for more blast powder. Here's the report. Take it to Jern Hornhelm. He's our local contact in Thelsamar. It's not a difficult task, but it must be done.
Watch, get her back.
Yeah, we will do that, but let's maybe take care of the Trog idols situation first. Gathering idols. There we go. Whoops. Well, good thing we can shoot through the ground in this case, because we certainly can't get back up there from this side. Interesting way to defeat an enemy. Are you serious? Okay. Most difficult enemy, the local topography. I have a vague recollection of this drop rate not being so great. But that could probably be said of most WoW Classic quests that have drops. So, not really useful information there.
I need to get closer.
Couple of things we've done with the levels that we've gained while I've been questing in Westfall when not recording, so we have gained a couple of levels. We have 3 points in improved drain life now, and I've so far put 1 point into improved life tap. I'm gonna put the second point here. When we get into the next chain here, I'm probably gonna go 3 points improved Curse of Agony very first thing. After that, we'll have some decisions to make about what we do next.
That spell isn't right.
Oh, we have a wand now, that's right. We did get a wand from a quest that we completed in Westfall. So now we have to find... Let's just go ahead and go here. There we go, that's going to help us out a lot. You'll notice we haven't gotten any idols yet. Okay, was that like a couple of resists? There's one. I guess he resisted that initial taunt. And that taunt. And every taunt after that, I guess. I'm not sure. Yes, the Voidwalker is not very useful when it does not actually successfully taunt the enemy. Let's hope that doesn't continue to happen. Oh, good. We need to level up our wands because obviously we have zero skill with wands at all. So here we go, we'll start leveling that up. That's going to take a little while before it becomes effective, but it's fine. As far as soul shards, I do have 2. I am going to go ahead and make a health stone. Go on in, Voidwalker. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get the other one as well. Oh, he resisted our immolate.
I'm out of range. That's still recharging.
Once they get pissed off at us, they don't care about the Voidwalker anymore. It's really hard for him to get aggro back once we pulled aggro off of him, and that's definitely something to keep in mind. We could always slow our DPS if we wanted to make sure that we weren't going to take any damage. Maybe if we just wand from back here for a bit. No, he's still pissed at us. And now I'm just gonna try to life tap some health back out of him till he runs. They get mad enough at us, I guess, just from the dots staying on them, which makes sense. If we get some more range, it might be a little better.
It's too far away.
Drop rate is not bad this time. I remember this being a slow drop rate on one of our characters. Just can't remember who it was. Let's get a little bit more distance.
recharging.
He's got no hots ticking on him. That could take a while. Our Voidwalker has a couple of new abilities. We learned Sacrifice. Sacrifice is the Voidwalker, giving its owner a shield that will absorb 309 damage for 30 seconds. And then he has Consume Shadows. The Voidwalker consumes nearby shadows to bolster its form, recovering 310 health over 10 seconds. Cannot be used while in combat. Is the important part there. But if he's low between encounters, and we don't want to wait for the natural regen, and we don't want a health funnel, we can use this ability. And he can just channel it. It doesn't seem to have any kind of cooldown, so... This bubble also doesn't have a cooldown as long as he's out. I guess the cost is the soul shard cost of sacrificing him. He must have resisted the immolate, I guess. Did he resist the immolate again? Is the immolate not working? I'm not entirely clear on what happened, but I'm assuming to resist back to back on immolate. Alright, hey, that was actually pretty expeditious of us to get all of those so quickly. Let's see if finding a way out of here is going to be as easy. No, we're going to have to fight back through some respawns, it looks like. Which is absolutely alright. Here he comes. He's pissed. Will the Voidwalker ever get him back off of us? Doesn't really look like it. Now he's running. Perfect. Yeah, the Voidwalker, we haven't needed to refill his health. Maybe that's something that we need to use at higher levels. Or if we take on multiple enemies, I guess his health could get low. Even then, I feel like it regens quite quickly out of combat, more so than ours does, I think. Well, we have to get to 90 with wands before we're fully proficient. That's not too far off. Maybe we sneak out this way? Not quite. Not quite sneaking. We will take this guy out. Alright, not bad. We should just be able to go turn this one in. And then I think we hearth back to the Stout Lager Inn. And we report back about what's happening here at the excavation site. Which will undoubtedly give us another quest to come back here. But that's okay. Are you a vendor? Yes, you are.
What can I get?
Do we
for
have
you
anything
today?
that we need to sell? Not really. We're doing okay. Can save the haunches of meat. Alright.
Off with you. Well met.
You got them. Nicely done. And you don't look too worse for wear, even with those berserk trogs about. Going to keep my eye on you. You show some promise. Look at this. Another wand. We just got this wand. But the Dwarven Flamestick is slightly better than the Spark of the People's Militia.
Safe travel.
So we're going to equip the Dwarven Flamestick. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll hearth it back. This quest is green, interestingly. Probably outside. In the Explorers League building? Yep. And we haven't grabbed this wanted poster. I feel like we tried to click on this before. Here we go. Wanted, Chalk Soul. By order of the Magistrate of Thelsamar, Chalk Soul, the Ogre presumed to be the leader and coordinator of attacks against the town of Thelsamar, Stonerot Dam, and the excavation site is wanted dead through any means necessary. Monetary compensation will be provided when proof is brought to the Magistrate of Chalk Soul's death. Chalk Soul was last seen at the Ogre encampment in the northeastern part of Loch Modan. Probably going to be an elite quest. Yes, mercenaries and Chalk Soul. So we need to find a group for those within the next couple of levels, I would think. Here's Jern.
No.
Yes, a progress report. Bah, Ironband's having trouble with the Trogs. I wonder if he wants that blasted powder to aid his digging, or to aid his efforts against the Trog beasts. Well, either way, it's powder well spent. But what's strange is, I sent him plenty of blast powder weeks ago. I wonder where it went. We'll need to get approval to get Ironband more blast powder. You'll have to take his report to the Explorers League headquarters in Ironforge. Here's the report. Give it to Prospector Stormpike and don't forget to duck after you deliver it. Stormpike is hot-headed, and he won't be happy to hear of Ironband's slow progress at the site. You'll find Stormpike in the Assembly of Explorers.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay. So I guess we're gonna do some traveling. Thought it would be as simple as maybe they would send us back for a follow-up quest, but that didn't happen. I also thought maybe there was these guys kind of on the road down here that looked like their wagon had been stopped. I kind of thought maybe that was the blast powder delivery. It may well turn out to be. But I guess for now we're going back to Ironforge. So let's hop a quick flight. Shouldn't take us too long to get there. I guess while we're going, a couple of things. One thing you guys might have noticed is that I did grab tailoring, and we used up all the linen that we had stockpiled, and that got us to 88 out of 150. The one thing I was able to make for us that we could already equip and that was an upgrade were these pants, so it's promising. At this point, I think we're going to need some wool, so we need to start getting into wool if we want to get this leveled up some more. And I'm hoping that we'll start encountering enemies that drop wool pretty soon. And for that, I gave up herbalism. The reason for that is we actually need skinning. We need leather for some of these recipes. So, for instance, the Barbaric Linen Vest, which would be exactly what we currently have, but it would look like this. If we wanted to make that, we need leather. So keeping skinning and pairing that with tailoring just kind of made sense to me. We can use what we need, and we can always sell the excess leather. But that's where we're at. I'm getting into tailoring, hoping it won't be a substitute for dungeon gear, but it might be something just to help us along. We really need to find that balance. Or at least I need to find that balance, because without being in a guild, it's a little bit difficult to get into some low-level dungeon runs if I'm not just sitting in a city waiting for something to pop up in general chat, which I usually don't have time to do. Assembly of Explorers, I'm assuming they're just going to be back in the Hall of Explorers here. If we could just please get out of the corner. There we go. I'm assuming that the yeah, it's back here. I was gonna say, I'm assuming the assembly is in the hall, so in this case, we turned out to be correct. Prospector Stormpike.
What can I do for you?
Curse that Iron Band. I sent him a load of blast powder weeks ago, but he's made no mention of it in his reports. So, where did the blast powder go? If Iron Band still needs blast powder, then by Magni he'll have it. I sent the approval on ahead with a messenger to Jern Hornhelm in Felsmar. He'll prepare the blast powder and other supplies to take to Iron Band. And one more thing. I want you to personally see that the shipment of powder reaches its destination. The last one didn't, so keep your mind sharp and your eyes open.
See you soon.
Alright, and then I guess we're just gonna fly right back. This guy in the road has a quest now, and I'm not sure that he had a quest when we just left.
How are you?
Oh, this is Stormpike's task. Okay, yep, it's just a breadcrumb. I took it out of our log for now to save space, but it's more than likely we'll grab it again when I want to head out that way.
Great to meet you.
It's not too late though. You're welcome to go look for Holdar. He can't have made it very far. Strong as they are, Miran and Sane can only move so fast laden down with those barrels. They're taking the normal route, so we know where these guys are. These are the guys. We saw a wagon on the way to the excavation site that looked like it was broken down. And I guess we are now going to find those guys, and I don't know if we're going to get the original blast powder and the blast powder that we just commissioned, or what exactly that situation looks like, but let's head south and find out. It's funny with the ground clutter up so high, you can see that a lot of the ground clutter is as tall as our gnome. Now in the original WoW vanilla, you never would have had your ground clutter set like this. I don't even know if it was an option to set it this high, but on most PCs it wouldn't have looked very good if you did that back in 2004. Sometimes the ground clutter bothers me. Sometimes if I don't have it turned up all the way, it bothers me. In this case, I keep noticing just how short our gnome is. Somewhere around here. Ah, I see a wagon. And there's Holdar and Mirren, and they're under attack. And we don't have anybody out to help with this. I mean, I guess we don't need a lot of help. They're level 10. But we helped some. Don't let it be said that we didn't help at all.
What's on your mind?
Resupplying the excavation. It'll take more than a dark iron ambush to stop the deliveries. But Sion, I would never have suspected him to be one of their sympathizers. We've been working with him for almost a year now. Maybe I missed the signs. Well, I'll consider that later. After the ambush. We've been hauling the barrels of powder back and forth in trips before this business. Now we have to split up the work. Mirren's taking the barrels and I'm watching over the other ones. I don't feel safe letting Mirren haul the rest of the shipment by himself. When he's ready to go, maybe you could escort him on his next trip.
Off with you.
An escort
Well
quest.
met.
Hello, Warlock. You'll be escorting me to the excavation site? That's good to hear. After Sean and his cronies, who knows what else the Dark Irons might have up their sleeves. Anyways, let me just make some final checks. Talk to me again when you're ready to go. Oh, we're ready. First, we need to get this powder to Iron Band. It'll be a lot for me to carry, and these parts can get dangerous. And who knows what else the Dark Irons might have in store for me. I'll feel a lot better with you coming along.
See you soon.
Let's get this show on the road. Escort quests can be a little tedious depending on how the NPC behaves. they have a tendency to go fight
What's
the
on
thing
your
that you're
mind?
fighting and then to run back to wherever they were when you started the encounter. So it can slow things down unless you kind of let them engage first. So we'll do a little roleplay walk here. I like that our Voidwalker also will just kind of slow down and go on a nice chill walk with us. Any minute now we're bound to be attacked. Maybe, maybe not. We're getting pretty close, we're about halfway, so if something's gonna happen, it's probably gonna happen soon. Well, maybe Mirren's just a worrywart. He's also not carrying anything, but hey, it's classic. We're not technically carrying anything either, but we clearly have a bunch of bags somewhere. That's something that I kind of like in retail, is that you are getting the ability to basically transmog your cape to look like a backpack. An actual pack, so they have a few different variations of backpacks in the game, and I think that's really cool. I would much rather see an actual adventuring backpack on my character than what has always looked like a throw rug to me. Have never had a cape that I've necessarily liked the graphic for. I usually turn the capes off when we can transmogrify, and actually we could turn our cape off with a flip of the switch in Classic. But having a backpack on would be amazing, just the amount of detail that they can get into them and how unique they can look. I really like that idea a lot. We won't see that in Classic ever, obviously, but it's something to look forward to in Shadowlands. I'm like really surprised. Oh, here we go. He finally gets attacked. Help, I've only one hand to defend myself. He's swinging with both hands, by the way. I think we're good just to wand them down. There we go. Even with his one hand, Mirren was able to put out some decent deeps. Oh look, see, he reset all the way back here for some reason. He ran all the way back, even though he didn't get attacked there. And now we're doing our slow walk again. We're almost here though, so... Usually you get attacked a couple of times on an escort quest. This was only once. However, this might be the first escort quest that we're encountering, so that makes sense. Look, you're safe. No, not yet. You're safe now. He's trying to get to the beer. That's when he's safe. See? Ah, here at last. It's going to feel so good to get rid of these barrels. What barrels?
Interest you on a pint?
Oh, thank the light, the powder is here. But it is troubling news that you bring as well. To think that the Dark Irons have sympathizers able to procure this sort of material for their dastardly plans. That's a matter for someone else to consider some other time. I must put this powder to good use. Ooh, look at that. Stamina Spirit. Whew, that is an upgrade.
Watch your back.
We're going to go ahead and equip that immediately. And that's it. That's really weird. So he's going to put the powder to use. You would think that we would get a quest, some kind of follow-up to do something for him in that regard. But we don't. You guys let me know if I'm missing something. I think I've gotten to this point in this quest chain before and questioned it in the same way. Because it just feels like there should be more. There was the one quest that we already did, and then just the back and forth to Ironforge and Felsmar to run back out here. We escort him, we give the blasting powder to Ironband, and then he says he's going to use it, and then he doesn't use it, and we don't use it, and it's just kind of sitting there. Okay, we have In Defense of the King's Lands. I'm curious if we can find a group for that really quick. Probably not, but it's worth a try. So then thinking about what we would do next here. Investigate the area near the eastern ramp of the dam. Bring Chief Engineer Hinderwater a clue that might reveal what the Dark Iron Dwarves are up to. Over here? Is that something that we could do? It very well could be. We could run up the coast here and check it out. I know the elite area is back here. Okay. Maybe we can get a group for the elite quests. Not sure what happened to our Voidwalker. He went away. We'll grab this and we'll read it. We'll take care of it later. We have to find parts for Bingles. He has some tools and some boxes and crates that he had to abandon on these islands. And we're going to have to... Yeah, I was sorry, I was just reading what they were saying. Elite quest and then the final. Yep, correct. Yeah. That's what we understood. It should be interesting to come up here and get this done. They are over here. We'll just kind of wait for them and then we'll get together and we'll hopefully get going. Should be interesting to take on this elite town over here, but I am curious as to what they're working on in this area, so I'm going to go over here and check it out. Some of Bingles' tools are over here, so I'm kind of interested to see if they are clearing the area here. We might be able to sneak in and grab a couple of things. It looks like we're just clearing. They might have a Crocolisk quest that we don't have. So that's not great. I don't really remember where the Crocolisk quest comes from. There might be a lodge or hunting lodge over here in the far corner of the map that we just haven't uncovered yet. But I think I'm going to end this video here. In the next video, we will be hopefully taking on the elite village. And not a bunch of crocodiles, so that should be interesting. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate the support. It means a lot. It means a lot now more than it ever has. Especially in this world, so take care of yourselves out there. Take care of each other, and hopefully we will see you again real soon for these elite quests.